Hi,
Hello, everybody.
good afternoon.
Friday, the 27th of March, and it is 6 o'clock on the dot.
On the dot, exactly.
Exactly, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. And it is evening. It's not afternoon anymore, Sierra Leone.
Is it or not? Yeah, you're right, it's evening.
Evening.
I lost all track of time, to be honest. So I could even say good morning.
Good evening, everybody. Hello. Welcome to our Focus 8 to 10 webinar, hiring a car. So,
Oh yes, we're talking about cars today.
yes, Sierra is not the biggest fan.
I'm not a fan of cars. Did you hear the excitement in my voice?
Is your face.
Oh God.
So,
I'm just gonna ask you like, oh my God, cars?
yes, cars. If you guys are watching, please comment your name, where you're from, and what is your favorite brand of cars. We would love to hear, so comment it in the comment section and let us know. In the meantime, we're going to introduce ourselves for those who
Are not from Majas Bologna Mille.
Yes, because Sahar and I are both teachers at Bologna Mille. But also for those that haven't really been watching the webinars, or for those that haven't met us yet, I'm Joanna. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa, and I am a teacher at Bologna Mille, and I live in the countryside of Bologna. And my favorite brand of car definitely is a BMW.
Oh my God, are you Persian?
No, I'm German.
So hi, my name is Sahar. I was born in the US, but I'm originally from Iran. And I also live in the countryside right now, similarly to Joe. Actually, I think you're the closest person that I know that lives nearby.
Yes, 15 days away from you.
Exactly. And nothing. I think that my favorite brand of cars is the most expensive. So maybe a Tesla. Is it expensive?
Yeah, Tesla's really, really expensive.
Okay, good. So that.
Yeah, and Tesla's nice. It's actually quite luxurious.
Mm-mm.
When I was younger, my favorite brand of car was an Audi. I still like it, but I think I'm supporting BMW a lot more.
I would like to comment on that, but I don't know anything about an Audi. What's the difference between an Audi and a BMW?
A lot. They're both
Okay.
brands.
But are they both good for driving?
Yeah, they're relatively not so expensive. Just BMW, I don't know, it's fancier. I just like the interior of BMW a lot more than what I like with Audi.
Okay. Oh my God, so many comments. I didn't even, wow, see them.
It's great. Also, before we start, look what I found in my pocket. I found a 5 rand coin.
What is that?
A 5 rand coin. It's my currency in South Africa. I'm going to put it closer to the.
That it looks like a €2 coin. Is that
It's a buffalo.
buffalo?
Yeah, it's a buffalo. And
Do you
then
have buffaloes?
yeah, we do. They're one of our big five. And then at the back we have the South African coat of arms.
Coat of arms. Oh my God, that is so cute. What do you have in South Africa? Oh my God, I should know that. Do you have
All the wild animals that you
Are
go.
you a part of the Commonwealth? Was my question.
We were a part of the Commonwealth, and then we said we don't want to be part of the Commonwealth anymore, so give us back our freedom.
Okay, so it's a democracy.
Yeah, we're a democracy. We've been a democracy for 26 years now.
Congratulations, 26 years of democracy. How do you feel? Yeah, I know.
I was not born in the years of where there wasn't a democracy. I've only known democracy. Or democracy.
You were born into it.
Yes, I did not suffer the consequences of the beforehand. So
yes, but again, if some students of ours are joining us, they probably know that I get very historical and political. So, hi, let's begin.
yeah, Sahar likes the history. I like history too. So If we have another webinar, if we have one on history, I would love to do it.
Oh my God, that would be so cool.
In the meantime, let's introduce everybody. We have Emma.
Emma, hi, from Rome.
Hello. Hi. We have Gianluca, who is a student with us.
Oh, Gianluca's been with us for a long time.
Yeah, he's watching all of our webinars.
Yeah, have you noticed?
Oh, Emma says, but I'm at home in Sardinia now.
Oh my God, I am so jealous. But is it snowing in Sardinia?
I don't know.
I think everywhere, like the weather just got crazy.
No, the weather is super cold. Like in Bologna, did you see the picture of San Luca with the snow all around it?
Covered in snow.
So strange. Yeah,
So
the weather
strange.
here in the countryside. It didn't snow on here in Argelato on that day.
I
but
feel as though God has forgotten us and basically given his spot to a child, a 10-year-old child who's basically like writing the whole thing. And then there was a virus, and then there was snow, even though it was April. And everyone's like,
we're almost in April. Yeah,
yeah.
snowing right now, but the rain is, I guess, is normal.
The rain?
Yeah, that was
cold.
no, the cold definitely not. Let me look at the temperature actually. On my phone, temperature says right now is 9 degrees, which actually I know is not 9 degrees because the humidity, it's probably a lot colder.
It's a lie. But if you have a like on the phone, it also gives you like the percentage of the humidity and how it actually feels like. So
you tell us, what does it actually feel like right now?
well, honestly, right now it's basically Cancun for my phone. Jokes on me. Anyway, let me check. Where are we? We're in Cento right now. It says 11 degrees, but it feels like 9.
Let me see with mine. So mine, I'm in Argelato. I'm not in Cento.
And it's 68% of humidity.
Let's see mine. Yeah, so it says it's 9 degrees at the moment. There is 76% of humidity, and it feels like 6 degrees.
Oh, you're colder, guys.
Yeah, for me, it was the strangest thing when I moved to Europe, because I was born in autumn. So this period now is autumn, because I was born in March. So like the cold weather and windy weather is perfectly fine for me. But to hear that this is spring, that is a shocker. Spring in South Africa doesn't rain. It's beautiful. It's not extremely hot. The weather is great. And the flowers are out.
But also in Italy, it's just this year and also last year, the spring usually is the perfect time to visit Italy. But basically last year it rained until June, and this year, well,
yeah, let's see. But maybe it's just because it's the beginning. Like consider today's the 27th. It's only been 6 days of spring.
Well, they should move a little bit faster.
Okay, let's make spring happen a lot faster.
10-year-old child, make spring happen.
So, right, let's continue. We have Elisabetta, and Elisabetta is from
Roma.
Hello, we have a lot of people tuning in from Rome.
Yes, so many. How is it with the gladiators? I didn't know what else to say.
We have Giacomo. Giacomo is from Milan, and my favorite car brand is a Porsche.
Oh, yes.
Fun fact about Porsche.
Oh my God, do you know everything about cars?
I like cars.
Are you that German?
I was just about to say something. So Porsche, it's actually Porsche, and it is a German brand in the south of Germany in Stuttgart. Everybody who works for Porsche, and that is a lot of people in Stuttgart, almost everybody either works for Daimler, which is Mercedes-Benz, Bosch, the electrical appliance company.
As engineers?
Yes, or for Porsche, usually as engineers or sales or something. Everyone who works for Porsche has a Porsche. And even you see these small little farming communities where there's like 3,000 people, and you see a massive Porsche on the outside. You're like, this is the farming community. Why do you have a Porsche? So yes, Porsche is a nice company to work for
Wow.
their cars.
God, I should have studied engineering to work for Porsche.
I know, or Daimler, Mercedes-Benz. John
Kinda.
says, my favorite car brand is Ferrari. Oh,
Which is Italian.
he's representing Italy.
Still in the blood.
Hi, Antonio.
Hey, Antonia.
So we have Emma. She says, my favorite car is a BMW. Thank you, mine too.
What's the brand called? The Italian, the basically typical Italian brand called? A Fiat. I like Fiat 500.
Yes, I like it too, but I like it. It must be the color beige.
And XL, large, X large.
Yeah, it's really spacious. My neighbor has one.
It does. It is. Yeah.
Januka, says that the South African coin is so cool. Thank you. Elizabeth also says South Africa is a wonderful place. Thank you again.
Okay, no one says Iran is a wonderful place. This is getting rude. I can't accept this anymore.
Because I took the opportunity to show them some money. Also,
Go get some money.
This is a 5 rand coin. Okay, this is a 5 rand coin. I'm going to tell you how much a 5 rand coin is worth quickly in euros.
Do you have inflation?
So not as bad as other countries. Like
not as bad as ours.
So 5 rand is 25 cents.
Nice.
Yeah. 25 cents. So it's really not worth anything. So guys, like, yeah, maybe a stack of these is worth something. Like,
I wish I could show you like the Iranian money. Like we have actual paper money, paper money banknotes.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, that basically are their value is close to nothing.
Yeah,
so you can use that as toilet paper.
Yeah, like Zimbabwe was like that. Zimbabwe is a country close to South Africa, and at one stage, they were going through such a bad crisis, and the inflation rate was absolutely crazy that they would take a wheelbarrow full of Zim dollars.
Oh, like Germany after First World War.
Sort of. To go buy bread.
Thank you, Gianluca. Sorry, yes?
Gianluca says, Iran is such an amazing place.
It is, yes. We have inflation. Come visit us.
Antonia says, topic of the webinar, what's the weather like? No, the topic of the webinar is...
I wish it was that.
We were just interested to know what the weather is like, considering that we don't live in other parts of Italy. We live in Bologna. So Emma says, spring is the best time to visit Rome. I can imagine. Not too hot, not too cold, just right.
Yeah, no, I remember I visited Rome once in August, I believe, or it was early September. Thank God there are a lot of fountains in Rome.
I can imagine. I visited Rome in June. Mm-hmm. It was terrible. It was really hot and so many tourists. But this was 2017. Yeah, 2017.
Oh, have you been to Venice?
No, not yet.
Oh my God. I visited Venice so many times that now I dislike it so much.
Yeah, well, don't ruin it for me.
Well, it's very bad. No, it's actually very pretty. The problem is that there are too many tourists.
Yeah, it's a problem with a lot of, not just other countries as well. Like the main capital places, the touristic places, it's always difficult to really see the beauty of the place.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And so you can see today's focus activity. We are doing hiring a car.
So the question is, oh no, the question actually comes up later. So
yeah. So in the meantime, guys, if you're tuning in, if you're going to watch at another time, do you like cars? If so, what is your favorite brand of car? Because we are interested to know. But in the meantime, let us continue.
Yes, so hiring a car. In this focus activity, learn how to hire a car, language specific to hiring, resolving problems.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, Gianluca asked us a question. Hiring. So it is the verb to hire, and that it means to rent. So to rent a car when you go on holiday or even in your city. For example, you live in Bologna and you go to Rome for business, but you need a car, so you can rent one there as well.
Yes.
Hire to rent.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn it. When I try to write the name of Sahar, I always forget in which position I need to put the A.
Oh, well, you're not the only one. It's like the desert without the A. So Sahar with the H in the middle. So it
Yeah.
was quite close. You have to just change the position of A and R. But anyway, yeah, don't worry. Everyone, like, if I had if I had a South African, what do you call that?
South Africa. Rand.
If I had a South African rand for every time someone said my name wrong, I don't know, how rich would I be? Like,
Not that rich.
$10 rich.
Yeah, $10 rich. Yeah.
But yeah, Gianluca, we also use that verb to hire as when, for example, you go for a job interview and then the next day they say, hey, yes, you can come work with us, and they hire you. They give you a contract and they pay you for the job you do.
Exactly. All right. So let us continue. Let's read it one by one. So hiring or renting a car. 1. Have you ever hired or rented a car?
When and where?
Or what documents did you need?
What were the conditions? Example given: driving limit per day, returning with petrol, etc.
Yes. So in the comment section, guys, please tell us if you have ever hired or rented a car, when you did it, and where you did it. We're going to focus on that for the meantime. But Sahar, have you ever rented a car?
I did. I
Where?
have is the correct answer. If I say have you, yes, I have. When I went to Sicily 2 years ago, yes, it was 2 years ago, and I was with 2 other colleagues of mine, and basically the I'm sorry, I was like, the thing was that the 2 didn't drive. So one of them didn't have a driver's license, and the other one had a phobia of driving.
Oh,
So
wow.
I drove us through the whole of Sicily by car, and we were so afraid that we would like scratch the car. I remember once we went to this little tiny town in Sicily. I still have no idea where. And we got like trapped in a very, very small street. It was very, very narrow. So basically, the car kind of scratched a little bit, but we had already paid for, what do you call that?
Any damages?
Yeah, for damages.
Oh, I can imagine. I don't think that I'd ever want to be in a situation like that, because it's true. Like when you have your own car, you don't really think, oh, I'm gonna damage it. You just drive and hope for the best. But when you rent a car, you're like, oh my word, now I need to be even more careful.
Yeah, no, definitely. You need to be more careful, because then I remember the guy was like, well, we're not gonna ask you for anything because we paid for, in case there were gonna be damages. So don't act all high and mighty. And it was a tiny scratch.
Yeah, that's most important, is tiny scratch, and not like a broken window or punctured tire or something like that.
Exactly. But I was always nervous to just like, what if something happens? And then I got it in Palermo, which is not like Naples, but it's Palermo.
Okay. Following you.
Yeah.
Antonia says, sometimes I sometimes used to enjoy. Enjoy what? But it's dangerous because there are many rules to respect. Yeah, I don't know if it's so much dangerous to rent a car rather than it's difficult, because
I think, yeah, because.
I think it's maybe difficult is better to use because of the rules that you have to respect. Dangerous when something bad is going to happen to you in terms of your health or your body.
But maybe it's also dangerous, for example, depending on which company you go to, because there are like you have to go through a very good research to decide where to rent a car. Otherwise, they're like, okay, give me this much money, and we're never gonna give it back. I'm always afraid of that, of hacks.
Of course, you have to do your research about it. For example, I went to back home now in January with my partner, and we rented the car, and they locked €1,000. So we paid our rent for the car, which was not that expensive for the amount of time we were there, but they locked an excess of like it was 17,000 rand, so about €1,000. They locked it for if something happens to the car or if we don't return the car or something, but they do return it. So if it is an international company like Europe Car or what is the other one's name?
Sicily by car.
I don't know that one, but yeah, those ones, and that they have a good reputation. You know for a fact you'll get your money back.
Yeah.
Would you like to read Gianluca's comment?
Where is it? Okay, yes. I've never rented a car, but I think that they need your driver's license, your insurance, and some money if you will damage, in case you will damage the car. So, in case you will damage the car, exactly. That's why it's like so much stress. I don't know. I prefer having my own car, even though even having your own car has its own deal of stress.
Of course, yeah. Now it's just a little bit more. So maybe instead of saying it's difficult with to rent a car instead of dangerous, maybe we say more stressful.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's stressful.
Gianluca also says you can pay more money and you can crash your car without spending more money.
True. He means insurance, maybe?
Yeah. So guys, remember that it's insurance and not assurance, because you're doing more of a direct translation from Italian to English, but it's insurance.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so many comments. We have to go through all of them.
Yeah.
Antonio says, I love driving. I've surely passed the most time of my life inside my car. So
I've surely passed
a lot of time.
Yeah, or most of my life.
Most of my life, exactly.
Most of my life driving inside of my car.
Oh, I love driving as well.
I don't know how to.
You like cars? You don't like driving?
I don't have an Italian driver's license.
Yeah, well, usually in big cities you don't need it.
Yeah, no, with public transport and Bologna being so easily accessible, but I should definitely get it.
Oh, I remember like that was my only goal when I was 18, getting that damn driver's license. Because in Italy, it's also very difficult. Because it's not even about the rules at this point. It's about the grammar and how they structure the sentences.
Imagine how I'm going to feel. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But maybe you can do it in English.
No.
There
used to be it that you could be able to do it in English. They offered if I wanted to do it in German, but that is even worse than doing it in Italian.
Does it have the same, like,
So, for example, Italian has like a really long sentence for a short word in English. In German, they have a really long word for a long sentence in English.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. I think, yeah, that would be even worse.
Yeah, so I'm not going to try it.
But I passed on my first try, so you can too.
I will try to remember that. Emma says, I have rented a car when I went to Milan 2 years ago. The document you need for to rent, so the document you need to rent are your ID and your driver's license. Okay.
Just be careful, Emma, when well, the question is, have you ever rented a car? And the question is in the present perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But your answer that you're specifying the time and you're saying 2 years ago, you need to use past simple. So I rented a car when I went to Milan 2 years ago. Or I rented a car 2 years ago when I went to Milan. Even better. Only because you're specifying the time that it happened. With present perfect, we don't have that. With present perfect, it's your experience up until now. So it might happen again.
Exactly. Elizabeth says, I hire a car every time I go to Greece for holidays.
Yeah,
Remember,
it's very nice.
I
Yeah,
haven't.
sorry.
No, not a problem. When we talk about go, it's a form of movement. So whenever we move, we always say to. For example, I move to Bologna. I go to Greece. I will go to, I don't know, Poland, for example. All right, always to, the preposition to.
Yes.
Let's go. What about here? Oh, there's a lot of comments. Antonio says, would you like to read it, Sahar?
Hiring a car is useful when you get to a train station or airport in another city. In that case, I prefer renting a car more than taking a taxi or public transportation.
Okay, yeah. It makes more sense in terms of that.
Oh, I love taxis. Not in Italy.
No, not even in South Africa. Taxis are really expensive for no reason at all.
South Africa?
Yeah, taxis are really expensive.
Really? I didn't know that. I wouldn't have even guessed it.
Well, taxis is a money-making business. They're there to feed off of your misfortune that you don't have a car.
In Iran, it's so cheap.
Okay, we're all going to Iran to the inflation. Cheap.
Just throwing it out there. In Iran, it's so cheap.
Let's see what else people have to say.
Elisabetta says, the only documents I need are the driver's license and the MasterCard. Okay. And then Gianluca says, I like driving when there isn't any traffic.
Mm-hmm. He corrects himself and he says when there isn't.
Sorry? Oh, yeah. I like driving when there isn't any traffic. Very good, Gianluca.
All right. So, yes, let us continue. Should we discuss what the conditions were, for example? When you rented your car, in whichever country you did, what were the conditions for renting the car? For example, I know in South Africa, we had to return the car with a full tank of petrol.
Oh, yeah, always.
I don't know what other ones they could have in different countries. We did in South Africa, it wasn't necessary to have the insurance because nobody actually has insurance in South Africa.
Are you kidding?
It's not obligatory like it is here.
Oh my God, here if you don't have insurance, you might as well go to prison.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you might as well kill a person and spend more time in prison.
No, don't say that. But yes, I think it should be obligatory. Just a lot of people in South Africa can't afford to pay it. But the Europeans that go to South Africa when they rent a car always have insurance. They're like, no, we feel more safer with the insurance.
So, oh yeah, definitely. If I ever go to any country in the world, I always want insurance. I don't want to be beeped over.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying completely. So guys, yes, in the comment section, let us know what were the conditions that you found or the conditions that you had when you rented a car.
Well, in what conditions exactly? Have you, wait, did we talk about you? Yes, we did. You've already rented. Oh no, you can't because you don't have a driver's license.
No, so I've never rented a car here in Europe, but I've been with someone who has rented a car. So, it's always the most.
Oh, you've been the lucky passenger. All the stress is always the drivers.
But I'm always the one that's controlling the GPS.
I mean, you didn't even want to do that.
I do it.
Yeah, no, I prefer doing that myself as well, because I feel as though like, no, I'm that kind of person who needs to do it herself, because I don't think other people would do it as I would do it. I don't know if I have a Virgo somewhere in me.
I think you do. You're very realistic. All right, guys. Also, a GPS is a global positioning system. Also,
Satellite. No? Isn't it like satellite?
I think it's referring to the system.
Okay.
Or we can Google it quickly. Why don't we see a definition of GPS? Let me check. Global positioning system. it's also synonymous with a sat nav, which is
okay. That's sat nav.
sat nav, which is a satellite navigator or navigation. In the meantime, guys, we're going to continue to the next slide. So, Heart, would you like to be blue?
It's so tiny. Okay. Hello, I'd like to rent a car for 5 days.
No, hold on. I'm trying to make it bigger for you so you can see. Do you see?
Yes, better.
Okay, let's try again.
Hello, I'd like to rent a car for 5 days.
Sure, we can assist you with that. First of all, would you prefer stick shift or automatic?
I prefer an automatic, but that depends on the price difference. What do you have available?
I can offer you a Volkswagen Polo or a Hyundai i20, both available in automatic for €30 a day.
That's a bit pricey for me. Do you have anything cheaper?
No.
I don't know why I have this British accent whenever we do the role plays.
All right, guys. So if you have a look in the text that Sahar and I have just read, take a look over there. Is there any vocabulary that you perhaps do not understand? Comment it in the comment section. We'll answer it for you. We're also going to go through any of the new vocab. For example, we have stick shift.
Yes.
Stick shift is what they say in the States.
Is
I
it?
think. Yeah. We never say stick shift. And you can say stick shift, or you could say it's a gear lever.
Oh, yeah.
Or in England, they just say it's a lever. Or they just What about? So I think everyone understands what automatic is.
So yeah, if it's automatic, the opposite of automatic is the stick shift, which I prefer personally.
Stick shift.
Yeah, like that's what driving is.
Of course, yeah. I've driven with you. You're a really good driver.
Thank you. But if I have to do like the lazy driving, I prefer the automatic, because then what my cousin does, but she does it in Iran, so no one can point fingers. Everyone does whatever they want in Iran, and she just basically puts her knee up, the one of the leg that she doesn't need, and she just goes like this.
That is very, very nice. Until she needs to use it, like I don't know, for petrol or for a brake, because there are brakes.
In the automatic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But you have to use that one leg, which is the right leg.
Oh, so she puts the other leg on the seat.
Yeah, the left leg is like up on the seat, and she just like stays like this.
That's terrible.
I know, but that's how people drive in Iran.
Breaking all of the Iranian rules.
Yeah, it's basically, if you have an automatic car, that's how you have to do.
Okay, let's have a look.
Also, Anna prefers the stick shift. Did you know that we don't have stick shift cars in the US? Like, whenever people take their driver's license test, it's with the automatic car. So, of course, everyone has a driver's license at 15. Because it's with an automatic car.
In South Africa, if you do your driver's license, also quickly, when we talk about a driving license, it can also be a driver's license. For example, I say driver's license.
Me too, yeah.
In South Africa, if you do your driver's license with an automatic car, you're not allowed to drive. It's written on your driver's license. You're not allowed to ride or drive an automatic. No, if you do it with an automatic, you can't do it. You can't drive a stick shift, and vice versa. If you have a stick shift, you can't drive an automatic.
I mean, if you have a stick shift, you can drive an automatic. It's very easy.
I know it's easy, but I think that's the rules that they've made for it, and I don't. Maybe it's changed, but I don't know. Would you like to?
It says exactly what I said. I prefer stick shifts. I live more deeply the experience of driving. The same, yeah.
That's awesome. Would you like to explain what it means, pricey?
Pricey. It means very expensive. A synonym is steep. Something that is very expensive, you would say steep or pricey. And the opposite is cheaper.
Yeah, like a bird.
Oh, Gianluca asks an interesting question that I also wanted to ask you.
What age do you have to be to get your driver's license in South Africa? 18 years old. So for a scooter, like a Vespa or something, 16. For a car, 18.
Yes, well, only in the, actually in the United States, okay, it's 16, but in some parts of Canada, I remember my Canadian cousin telling me that it's so isolated and near Alaska that people can get driver's license at 14 because they need to get to like bigger cities by car.
Oh, wow, we need to find that. So yes, that's your homework for today, guys. Find out how old you need to be in order to drive cars around the world. And then, yes, when you see us again back at the school, let us all know.
I think I'm going to do the same research, to be honest. It
keeps us busy. In the meantime, let us continue. Would you like to be blue again and I'll be red?
Yes.
Hiring, renting a car. I can give you a special deal for €25 a day with unlimited mileage.
Will it include insurance?
Not usually, but I can throw that in for you.
Great. Which one has better fuel economy?
The Polo is a bit sturdier, but the i20 has slightly better gas mileage.
I'll take the i20. Is the tank full?
It's half full, so we'll have to bring it back the same way. Could I please see a credit card?
Ready.
Thank you.
So €25 a day is fine, but not €30 a day?
I think a little goes a long way. So the €5 eventually makes a lot of money.
Yeah, true.
Right. So guys, in the comment section, have a look at the text. Any new vocabulary that you perhaps do not understand. So we'll go through it. When you see the word mileage, mileage is referring to the amount of kilometers you have already done. The amount of kilometers. Like it looks like a little clock that keeps ticking, like a worldometer.
A worldometer.
Yeah, it keeps changing for every kilometer you do. It gets added to your mileage.
So, what is this whole story about the mileage? Like, does it need to be very? Is it? Yes, it's important.
It
How
is
many kilometers you've made.
Exactly. For example, if you rent a car and the rental car company says that you can only do 300 kilometers a day, only 300. So when you hit the 300 kilometers, you need to park the car back at your hotel and walk everywhere. Because at the end of the day, let's say you want to you rent the car for 5 days and 300 kilometers per day. It means at the end you should have a mileage of 1,500 kilometers. So if you have more, of course they charge you per extra kilometer.
Oh.
Yeah. So always when you get a rental car, have unlimited mileage.
I did not know that, even though I just rented a car once.
When you go to foreign countries, for example, and you want to travel and see different monuments, it's better to have a car with unlimited mileage.
Yeah. And then if for example it's limited, then you have to pay how much extra, like exaggerated amount?
Well, usually yes, but whatever the rental car agency asks you for. I don't know. I think it differs from country to country.
Oh, Emma asks us, what is fuel? And it's something that we have a lot in Iran. Every Iranian citizen in the world has that, a pool of that. No, I'm kidding. It's what the car needs to move. It's like the water of the car, but don't put water in the car.
It's petrol or gas.
Yeah.
It is the food for the car in order to keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What about sturdier? So we have the adjective sturdy.
That's good.
I like to explain the word sturdy as in the car is heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. Meaning, for example, if you go to a country like South Africa, well, not whole South Africa, but Cape Town, where I come from, is windy. And it means that the car will not be bothered or will not move too much.
Will not fly away.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's synonymous with heavy.
Usually German cars are sturdy, aren't they?
Like a tank? No, I'm joking. Yeah, I think so. Depending. I think it really just...
I mean, because I know that German highways, some parts you can go with unlimited unlimited speed. Oh god, my English today, guys. Speed, and like you need to have a good car. You can't have just like, Pandino basically and go 200 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, you're allowed to do that. I can imagine that they're quite heavy.
Yeah. And what is slightly, Emma asks?
It's an adverb, and it just means a little bit.
A little bit, exactly. So slightly better, a little bit better.
Yeah, there's not a big difference in the two cars.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that I could see? No.
Yeah, I think we said all of them. So what's a tank? Well, I think we can explain tank maybe. So tank is where the fuel goes in, where you put gas and petrol, and it contains it.
Exactly.
It's like the liver or the stomach of the car.
Kidney.
Sorry?
The kidney.
The kidney, yeah.
All right. So hopefully some of these words are now clear for you. We're gonna. Well, I think they did a good job. I don't know if maybe they want to ask any more questions. So yeah, if you have any questions, really anything that you don't understand, comment in the comment section and we will help you. All right. We're gonna
try.
Here we are. So we have language for hiring cars. So how do you want to put the left-hand side first?
Okay. Stick shift, automatic, fuel economy, gas mileage. Sorry. That was, never mind. Fuel tank, special deal.
We have some definitions. Efficient usage of gas, manual transmission, a good offer, where fuel or gas is stored, shifting gears not required, and fuel consumption to distance. So the words, they start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what we would like you to do in the comment section is to match number 1 to 6 with A, B, C, D, E, F, A to F. A to F. In the comment section, let us know the word as well as the definition.
Yes.
So what would a stick shift be?
Well, we already explained the stick shift, and it's the opposite of the automatic.
Yeah.
And it gives you the real feeling of driving, as a lot of people said.
Yeah. So the stick shift, guys, helps you go from maybe your car idling to being still to going a little bit faster, other than you pressing on the petrol.
So, they say 1 and B. All of them, they say 1B. And the answer is...
B.
Oh my god, cheers to that.
Okay.
We promise it's not alcohol.
No, it's fruit juice.
It's water. My favorite.
Right. Everyone's going ahead. Gianluca's going ahead as well. So now we have automatic. Where would automatic be?
E, yes.
Mm-hmm. You ready? Drum roll for me, Sahar.
Drum roll. There's more like an earthquake for my computer. I can do the drum roll like this.
Okay, yeah. All right, guys. Now we have 3. Fuel economy.
F.
A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E,
It's
F.
the last one.
Oh, really? I really don't think so. I don't think so, but let's check. So 1, 2, 3. Fuel economy is efficient use of gas. I knew it. It's an A.
Yeah, exactly.
We got 4, guys. Gas mileage. Gas mileage.
Millage.
Mileage is referring to your kilometers. Your kilometers.
Uh-oh.
Or your kilometers.
Kilometers.
Okay, kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 4, good job, Gianluca. 4 is F. So if you think of the word kilometers, it is showing us distance. So what they're saying is gas mileage refers to how many liters of petrol gets you how many kilometers. For example, 1 liter of petrol gets you 12 kilometers. It's gas to mileage ratio.
I can't believe you don't have a driver's license. You know everything about cars.
I don't know anything. I just know certain things that are important, like maths. Right. What about fuel tank? Fuel tank. Number 5. Gianluca. What do you guys say?
Yes. I say
yes. Should I check?
Drum roll. Earthquake. Yes, exactly. Where it is stored. As we said, either the kidney or the stomach if we're talking about food.
Yeah, so we have the verb to store, which means to keep or to contain. Right, the verb to store. For example, I store pasta, dry pasta in the cupboard.
Yes.
I store vegetables in the fridge.
Be careful though during summer for the for the pasta.
Why?
Because it's so humid here in Bologna that basically my house was particularly humid, and like I will not tell you what kind of creatures started roaming in my carbs.
In the packet, or like when the packet is sealed?
No. Also actually. It was such a chaotic moment.
Okay, guys, make sure that you don't keep your packets of food open.
It was closed, I swear.
I believe you. No, I believe you, Sahar. I can imagine what happens. I've also seen the weirdest things in the packet. Yeah. Don't worry, I believe you. And we got the last one, which is a special deal, and it is a good offer.
Yeah. Gianluca said it was too difficult. We had to give the answer.
Sorry.
All right, guys. So
In the
we
meantime,
have to go now.
yeah, we're coming to an end of our lovely webinar. It was awesome having you guys interact with us. Keep learning English, keep trying, tune in to our webinars. If you wait
It's
another
so good.
minutes, yeah. If you wait another 10 minutes, there is another webinar for your level.
Yep,
Perfect.
yep.
Have a
Bye
wonderful
bye.
day, guys. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.